Hi everyone, this is Gretchen with Eileen Studios. I have a fun new album to share with you today. Actually, it's not that new of an album. I designed and taught the workshop quite a few years ago, but have just now made the tutorial available for sale, which is why I'm bringing you this video today. Because this album is several years old, the paper collections I used to decorate it are no longer available. I do have one kit available, and I will link to my Etsy shop in the description below. I do apologize if you were interested in that kit and it is gone, but I know this album will look great in any paper collection, so I'm sure you will find one that you will fall in love with yourself. This album is called the File Folder Book, and as you might guess, it's because the pages are made from standard office file folders. And I am a big fan of office supplies, so I love the look of the tabs and things, which is why I decided to make it. I use the standard manila file folders, but as you may be aware, file folders now come in a wide variety of colors, so you can find another color you might want to use to coordinate with your paper collection and give your album a different look. Now, the first thing you might notice here is that my page unit here is not connected to my album cover, and that's simply because while writing the tutorial, taking pictures, teaching the workshop, it was easier for me to have it separate. But there are steps in the tutorial for connecting them, and you will just attach it to your spine right here, and then you will have a completed album. And I do want to show you here that you do have a whole lot of room in here, so there's a ton, even though it's decorated, even though it's decorated here, you still have a ton of room to add more photos and memorabilia and whatever you'd like to put in your album. So let's look at the page designs here. Now, like I said, all these pages are made from file folders, and then there's extra mats here that you can put in all the pockets. And these pockets all have room for extra mats as well. And the tutorial will show you step by step on how to make all these folds and hidden panels and extra pockets here. So I hope you enjoy the tutorial and find it easy to follow. Got some photo mats in here. Here's a belly band and a page stopper. So when you put your photo mats behind that belly band, the stopper stops them from falling out the bottom of your album. And some of these smaller mats are here, perfect for smaller size photos or journaling. And you could slip more memorabilia behind this belly band. More photo mats. This folds up. That flips over, and over here we have a smaller cut page with another flap. This is a stamped image that I watercolored, and I don't know if you're a stamper and you've ever tried this technique, but I will stamp with archival ink and then use a dye-based ink with a water brush to watercolor the image, and that's a lot of fun. If you've never tried it, you might want to give it a try. This is another fold out here, which is great for some smaller size photos or for some journaling. We got some more embellishments, some more stamps, and flip over to another one of those watercolored images and more photo mats. You can see I decorated all the tabs. My students joked with me when I taught this class because every time they cut something out, I said, don't throw away the scraps, don't throw away the scraps. And because you can always use them for little spaces here, saved everything until I finished decorating the album. Got some punched swirls here. I know the contrast is hard to see on camera. This is a file folder made into an accordion pocket. There's lots of room in there. Got a couple of photo mats there, but more will fit. So we got to the point where they were punching. I used a We Are Memory Keepers scalloped corner punch here on a lot of these photo mats. And so when they would punch out the corners, I, oh, do we have to save these scraps too? So we had a lot of fun during this class. And some of the pages are made into pockets right from the file folders, and more flips and more photo mats, lots of room for pictures. Or if you're not much of a photographer, I know a lot of people like to make these albums and just decorate them and enjoy the paper, which is also great because one of the reasons we do this is because we love the paper, right? And so sometimes it's fun just to have an album to show off your beautiful paper because it's so beautiful you hate to cover it up. So here again, taking advantage of the tabs and the notches in the file folders. I love that look. Got two more belly bands and page stoppers holding more photo mats. I just tried to decorate these photo mats in different ways that just to give you some ideas of how to dress them up a bit, especially if you had some smaller size photos. But they're large enough that you could put bigger photos too, if that's what suited your album best. Another stamped image, embellishment, and then we have this waterfall page. And each of these pockets have a tag, which are big enough to hold 4x6 photos. And then you can see if you flip up all the different pockets, you can put photos on the outside of these as well, or more decorative paper, whatever you like. And more strips of paper between each of the pockets too. And then we get our last page, which has more large photo mats, another big embellishment here. And this album has some bulky embellishments in it, which there's certainly room for. But if you want to fill it up with photos and take up your room that way and leave out the bulky embellishments, that's your choice. And here's some more of those swirls that I punched out, and you can see them a little better here than you could on the other page. And this is just some birds that I stamped. So I hope you like this album. I would love to see what you do with it. I love to see it in other paper collections. And I hope you have a lot of fun crafting today. Thanks so much for watching. Come again.